The taxman getting a major financial boost from the National Treasury. The South African Revenue Service will invest an additional 4 billion rand this financial year on top of the 7.5 billion rand already allocated over the next 3 years. It's all part of Project Amabillions. It's a drive to strengthen SARS's tools for compliance and to go after individuals and businesses that are still owing thousands or even millions in unpaid taxes. Business reporter Ntokozo Kumalo is live for us from Bryanston with more. Ntokozo, so we hear you're hot on the tax trail today. I did speak to the SARS commissioner the other day when he mentioned this particular plan, asking him whether, those who have been errant should beware. And he's saying it's not a punitive thing. People just have to do the right thing, essentially. So what's his game plan for this ambitious revenue recovery mission?
Good morning, Iman. As you rightfully said, it really is about improving that revenue collection by the Revenue Service and also improving compliance to really see the country's tax base expand. That 1.855 trillion collected for the 2024-25 period, not enough to really meet the needs of the countries. But to tell us a little bit more about that project, I am joined by Mbalenhle Mahlaba, who is an expatriate tax specialist with Tax Consulting South Africa. Mbali, thank you so much for talking to us. And we were talking about just the name itself, Project Amabillions. Could you quickly explain to our viewers what the taxman is looking to achieve with that project?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ntokozo, and good morning to all the viewers. Quite an interesting name, I must say. Project Amabillion is essentially a recovery program. So it's not formally announced, just important to note. However, it is a large-scale initiative that has been started by SARS to try and collect approximately 70 billion in outstanding taxes.
Now, most South Africans would say the taxman should go after the rich who probably have property outside the country, and you work largely with that segments of the market. What have been some of the challenges, perhaps, with the Revenue Service being able to effectively collect from that segment?
100%. So a lot of expatriates just pack up and leave. They are not necessarily abreast with what they should do from a compliance. So what has been a lag or is the compliance aspect where they actually declare of their foreign income. So that's where it comes from, that they see that there's a lot of South Africans living abroad, earning foreign income. However, they're not disclosing of that foreign income.
And Bali, when we take a look, you are also, I understand, an admitted attorney. What can then that segment of taxpayers do in preparation for this project to actually kick off? It's getting a massive financial boost, and the commissioner being quite clear that they'll hit the ground running. What can people do then to get in front of these challenges before the taxman comes after them?
I think the first thing is to just realign the tax status with the factual circumstances. So appointing or approaching a tax expert who specializes in expatriate tax, because not a lot of tax people specialize in expatriate tax. Aligning with a tax attorney also is just to get further assistance, because it can get quite complex.
Well, Mbalenhle, thank you so much for that. Of course, Iman Mbalenhle Mahlaba is an expatriate tax specialist as well as an admitted attorney here with Tax Consulting South Africa. And I will be hitting the streets, ending my day at the Revenue Service to give viewers just a glimpse of the station that then those new workforce, or that new workforce that will be put in to improve that debt collection and compliance will be stationed. A lot of technology, I'm told, to expect, not just watching our borders, but also tracking individuals from, average South Africans to those that have businesses and property outside the country. So in the later updates, we'll update what you and I can do to get our books in order, and then we'll have an update, of course, from the Revenue Service, just getting a glimpse of what that Project Amabillions will look like once it's actually fully set up, Iman.